everyone, and welcome to another Seems Good Magic Kaladesh draft. My name is Sam. I'm your host for today. This beautiful Wednesday in January. Hope everyone is doing all right. Our pick is really between Welding Sparks and Essence Extraction here. I don't love being in double black, but I think black is a better color than red. Red's probably the worst color here. And because of that, I think I just have to take Essence Extraction. I mean, don't get me wrong, Welding Sparks is phenomenal, but black is a better color than red, and I think Essence Extraction is probably just as good as Sparks. Nah, actually, probably card quality-wise, Sparks might be better, but I really do like black. Or I do like black better than red. And there's no black in this pack. Like, if we take a Welding Sparks, maybe we're passing a Sparside Infiltrator. This also puts the person to our left in red, probably, if we take black, and if we... I don't know which one. Maybe I take the Sparks. Maybe the Sparks is better. Alright, Sparks is better. We did it. We figured it out. Alright, now we get a... blank. Just a complete blank here. Build a Smash, Concealed Courtyard, Appetite for the Unnatural... I guess all options. If we had taken the Essence Extraction, I actually think we would take the Concealed Courtyard here, because if we are in black-white, let's just imagine we're in a black-white, and we need to cast a double black 3-drop, we are going to want that extra black source that is also a white source. But if we're just taking Welding Sparks, maybe we take Build to Smash, it is pretty good. And there's not a lot else here. Alright, I mean, let's see what's rolling. That was a very weak pack. There was an uncommon missing, but that uncommon literally could have been anything. I think there are probably 84 uncommons better than the next best card in that pack. So we're going to see where this takes us from here. So I think there are going to be 2 or 3 more weeks of Kaladesh drafts before Aether Revolt. Oh, wow. Well, now we can get a Dund Operative. We can also take an Embrawl Bruiser, a Die Young, or a Glint Sleeve Artisan. I think I'm just going to take the Dund Operative. It works well with the Welding Sparks. Obviously, the person to our left probably took an Essence Extraction that I don't know what they took out of that last pack. Maybe a Concealed Courtyard, and they're going to get a Bruiser or a Glint Sleeve Artisan. That being said, I don't really think we can take the Gear Seeker Serpent here with our start, so I think we just have to take the Operative and not really worry as much about the next pack, but maybe just try to get paid off in the pack after that. So I'm going to take the Dund Operative. Not a bad start to a deck. If we had taken the Essence Extraction and then we had taken the land and the Dund Operative, maybe we'd be a little more control-y, so that's definitely a route we could have gone down. But anyways, so there are going to be 3 more Kaladesh drafts, I believe, after this one until Aether Revolt, and so I'm looking for some stipulation draft options in the comment section below. So I'm going to be here for every Wednesday for at least a little while. I mean, as I keep saying, until people get sick of me, but hopefully... to prevent everybody from getting sick of me, we're going to have some stipulation drafts. So let me know what kind of stipulations you would like down in the comment section below. I'm going to pick a few, and for the next 3 weeks, I'm going to do those stipulation drafts. So just let me know. Pima Outrider. Wow. And then 3 good white cards. There's a Toolcraft Exemplar, a Gear Shift Ace, and Aviary Mechanic. I didn't mean to do that, but I guess we're going to be okay with it. I meant to take the Gear Shift Ace, but I'm going to be okay with Aviary Mechanic here. That pack was interesting. I don't think we're taking the Toolcraft Exemplar there. And Gear Shift Ace is really, really good. I think it's probably even a little better than Mechanic, even though Mechanic does have some functionality in the late game, and it can bounce things. So it's a much worse card, but I would have taken the Gear Shift Ace there over the Lawless Broker. But nonetheless, we took the Aviary Mechanic. You know, Magic Online bugs sometimes, and I think I was clicking around too much. No big deal. Wow. Get a Midnight Oil and an Oval Chase Daredevil. I imagine we just take the Midnight Oil. I think it's better than Daredevil. Even though Daredevil is phenomenal in an artifact deck, which Welding Sparks, Dund Operative all kind of want to be, Midnight Oil is just a bomb. I mean, if you play it any point in the late game, you're just drawing 2 cards a turn, it's very hard to lose from that spot. But Oval Chase Daredevil is almost a 2-for-1 by itself, because it blocks so well and everything, and Midnight Oil takes a little bit to get going. But often, if this survives 3 turns, you're basically just drawing 3 cards for 4 mana. can die though. Huh. I think I'm just going to take Midnight Oil. I think it's a little bit better. And wow, black is open in this direction. It's definitely not going to be open in the next direction, from left to right, but it's definitely open right now. Alright, so while I would assume... No, I mean, Midnight Oil is actually fine on the aggro decks. I'm going to take Thriving Grubs over Spireside Infiltrator, I think. It's one of these two cards, and I think it's Grubs for the main reason of it being a 2-drop, it being a 3-power 2-drop, and it having the option to get bitter, better, larger, bigger. Sorry for that. Anyways, and also you're occasionally playing things like Live Fast and Thriving Rats and Die Youngs in this deck, and it's very good with all of those. So here we get a Foundry Creature, pretty easy Foundry Creature over a Gear per Guide. There's not much else in this pack. I mean, you guess you could take a Paradoxical Outcome if you're in some Wombo Combo blue deck, or you could take an Acrobatic Maneuver in white and you'd be happy with it, but I'm just going to take the Foundry Creature. We're definitely an Artifact Matters black-red deck right now with a Midnight Oil instead of an Oval Chase Daredevil, but I do like the pick still. I think Midnight Oil is a little too good. I mean, at its core, it's like a draw 3, draw 2.5 for 4 mana, which I think is fine. But, you know, if the game goes any longer than 7 turns, if the game ever goes 10 turns, 11 turns, it's a little bit of inevitability / card advantage that you don't normally get in these decks. And wow, oh my god. This is our 8th pick. This card is absurd. I mean, you literally just can't beat this card sometimes. If you've ever played Fretwork Colony on turn 2, you know what I'm talking about. And that's turn 2 play or draw. People are trying to tell me, or have been trying to tell me in the past, that like, oh Sam, you take Fretwork Colony too high. It's only good on the play. No. It's good on turn 2. Maybe it's not great on turn 5, but I think it's phenomenal on turn 2, play or draw. Because you can't block with it anyway, so it doesn't matter that it's only a 1/1 when your opponent is attacking with this 2/2. You could also take Thriving Rats here, maybe if you really hate Fretwork Colony, but I've had nothing but good experiences with the colony. I do like Grubs better than Rats because it attacks for 1 more damage, but Rats doesn't die. Rats doesn't get... You can't get 2 for 1 with Rats and a Chandra's Pyre Helix or anything like that. Could take a Spireside Infiltrator or a Thriving Rats. I do love 2-drops, but we have a ton of them already, and we only have 1 3-drop. Maybe I just take Rats? Seems like Spireside Infiltrators are just wrapping around this table. I think we're gonna get another one. There's one like a pack and a half from now. Alright, we get a Spontaneous Artist. Definitely not a bad card, not a great card. We could take an Ambitious Aetherborn or a Ruinous Gremlin. As some of you know by now, one of the biggest issues in the black-red deck is not enough artifact removal. That's why white and green are such prominent colors in the set. Fragmentize is fantastic, and Appetite of the Unnatural is also like a premium removal spell sometimes. So, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. We're looking for like a Smuggler's Copter in pack 2. That'd be sick. If I make a pick or something that you don't like, or maybe you want to express an opinion, or you just want to say hi, let me know in the comment section down below. I make sure to, you know, interact with everybody that I can interact with. Also drop a like in this video if you like it. Make sure to subscribe to SeemsGoodMagic on YouTube. I mean, everyone who I've met in the SeemsGoodMagic family is just super nice people, just trying to make good content for each and every one of you. So definitely show them some love, and yeah, of course, let me know about those stipulation drafts you want me to do for the next 3 weeks, as always, in the comment section down below. Also, my YouTube channel, Samuel Rubin, is going to be linked down there as well. So that should be enough of the plugs. We can get back to the draft here. 11 playables going into pack number 2. Black-red is clearly the open color combination. That is the Spireside Infiltrator that I thought was a pack and a half away. I couldn't figure out if it was 1 or 2 packs. Turned out to be 2. Glad we still wield it. No one else is in red, so maybe taking that Welding Sparks was good. And we got a surprising amount of black. Let's see what we opened. A Depala and an Aerial Responder. So 2 cards that we can't play, but that are pretty good. DePaul is obviously fantastic in some decks and just a 3/3 in others, but that's fine. I'm just going to take a Dund Operative over a Die Young, I think. Dund Operative being a 3/2 is really good, and you can't, I mean, it's hard to imagine a world in which we don't pick up any artifacts, But maybe that's a world we're living in. I'm not exactly sure. I think Dund Operative is better than Young, though. I would like to know what you guys think about that. But I'm going to take the Dund Operative. Alright, now we get a Thriving Rats. Not too happy about that. I mean, I'm passing a Thriving Rhino, a Hunt the Weak, an Elegant Edgecrafters, a Blossoming Defense, and a Padim. We didn't see any blue, and we only saw that one, like, 4th pick Pima Outriders, though, so I do imagine that we're going to be seeing a lot of green and blue come this way. However, because we saw so much black so late, we should see a decent amount of black come in this direction as well. So don't be worried about that, but I think we are going to see a lot of blue and green. It's Built to Smash or Quicksmith Genius. We're in a 2-drop attack 'em deck, so I'm just going to take a Built to Smash here. There's not an artifact that's playable. That's the only thing I would take over it. Comball is good in the right deck, but this is not the right deck, and I don't think he's worth splashing. So I'm just going to take a Built to Smash over a Quicksmith Genius. Just trying to attack here. And now we get a Night Market Lookout or a Subtle Strike. It's actually kind of interesting pick, maybe. I mean, I can't really take the Night Market Lookout because I don't have any vehicles at this point, so it just kind of doesn't do anything. And Subtle Strike is one of the better combat tricks. Oh my god, I wish I had some artifacts at this point. Maybe we could take... Subtle Strike's just such a good combat trick. And also, it's not like Night Market Lookout can't wheel. I mean, Colossus Kingpin might... it probably won't wheel, but we're just going to take the Subtle Strike here and be fairly happy with it. Now we get a Weaponcraft Enthusiast or a Young. I think let's take the Enthusiast because of 2 Dund Operatives and a Foundry Screecher. Alright, I totally did that by accident. I'm really bad at picking cards today, sorry about that, but we did get the right card anyways. Just a Thriving Grubs here, again, over a Thriving Rhino. This is a pretty late Rhino. This is a, 6th pick Thriving Rhino. It's pretty late, but we just got to take the Thriving Grubs anyways. Again, I like Grubs better than Rats, so if I have to make that decision, that is the decision I will make. I can take another Built to Smash here, although we are, primarily black. This doesn't seem like an 8-8 deck. Is a Make Obsolete any good? It's pretty bad against us. What about Reckless Fireweaver, Cower Scavenger? Not really. I'm just going to take another Built to Smash. There are definitely situations when you want to play all of them, but I don't know if this is the situation, especially with no ways, with it not being able to grant Trample. So, 2 Dund Operatives, a Fretwork Colony, 2 Thriving Grubs, 2 Thriving Rats, just, pretty decent start to an aggro deck. Nothing crazy over the top yet. No fantastic rares. Midnight Oil does let you do a little damage. Looking for another Welding Sparks. Would love an Essence Extraction. Would love a Renegade Freighter. Would even like another Foundry Screecher just to be able to kind of close out some of those games that are clogged up on the ground. But that's why you have Subtle Strike and Built to Smash. Another Spireside Infiltrator is a card that I am happy to play. It does some incidental damage if they ever let it hit for 4. I mean, so the thing is, if you can ever get Grubs into Infiltrator and then attack for 7, which is kind of sick because you've already attacked for 3. I mean, they're at 10 going into their turn 4 sometimes if they just play land, Prophetic Prism land, or land Prism, or whatever they're doing. If they don't interact until turn 4, sometimes they're already at 10 and you have 2 creatures and they're basically at 9 because of the Infiltrator. So pretty much no matter what they play, they're going to die in a lot of those situations if you have the right amount of trick / removal and you're not just flooded. And because of that, I mean, Infiltrators are so good at getting in those extra 2 points of damage. I mean, it's a 3-power attacker for 3 already, and then it does incidental damage when it attacks. It attacks for 4 effectively, but then as well as attacking for 4, it also is able to ping your opponent when you crew things like Renegade Freighter. Not only do they have a 5-4 with Trample attacking them, but also they're taking 1 with Spireside Infiltrator, and so that is a pretty good combo. Alright, we're just going to get a Terror of the Fairgrounds here. Nothing fantastic about this pack. Ornamental Courage, a little late maybe. Spark of Creativity, I guess is playable, but we might need an extra creature. Super late Edgecrafters. We're going to take it Harsh Scrutiny in case, I guess, we're playing against a deck with a ton of Edgecrafters or something of the like that we need to stop. Now we're going to get a Fire Fortress Puzzle Knot. I think it's probably not as good as a Metal Splinter's Puzzle Knot, but it might be just as good, if not better, in this deck. And also, we might need artifacts with Dund Operative and Foundry Screecher. Welding Sparks is a good removal spell, regardless of if you have artifacts or not. I mean, just dealing 3 to a creature at instant speed is pretty good regardless, but it's definitely better. So, it's kind of, I mean, we can really play all 3 built smashes. I mean, we really have 19 playables. I even think, like, if we just took these 2 Puzzle Knots and put them in the deck, and then added the Terror, the Giant Spectacle, and the Harsh Scrutiny, and just 16 lands, this is probably like a 2-1. This is probably a 2-1 deck. I mean, it's pretty close to a 2-1. It might be a 1-2 just because we don't have quite enough like removal / ways to push through damage. But I mean, the deck's still playable, even if we just have to do that. So we don't need a lot in pack 3 to improve this deck. Even don't hate playing Giant Spectacle sometimes. It's also pretty good out of the board against like a lot of the white-based strategies. It's not terrible against because revoke privileges go so high, if they have 1. Obviously, if in game 1 they're playing like white-blue control and you see some revokes and some malfunctions, you don't side it in. But, against some of the decks that are relying on revoke or Chandra's Pyrohelix for removal, Giant Spectacle can be pretty good. You can also sometimes set it up to play it later in the game on a big guy that you need to get through, so it's okay sometimes. Sorry for all the noise outside of my window today. Not my normal recording place. Kind of got moved because of the holidays. We had a bunch of family in town, and you know how that is, trying to fit everybody in the crib. So, gonna take a Mind Rot here over a larger than life and a dramatic reversal. I believe I also have the option on this channel to like maybe even play Constructed. So, as well as stipulation draft options. If it turns out that I can play Constructed on this channel, and you would like to see a deck, whatever it is, maybe if you, I mean, this doesn't really work now because the format is about to change, but when Aether Revolt starts, if any of you brewers out there would like to see something be played, I might be able to put that together. So just, all options for content, just let me know down below. Also, if I can do it on this channel, I'll be able to do it on my main channel. So go check all that out and let me know what you would like me to play. I am, after all, just a person of the people. A man of a boy of the people. I'm a something of the people, okay? Alright, I have to say, pretty subpar pack 3. We could take a Pyrohelix for more removal. We could take a Bug because it is an artifact, and that's good for Dund Operative and stuff. We could also just take an Aether Torch Renegade. I mean, Aether Torch Renegade does work with these 4 cards. It just makes them bigger and harder to stop. Also ping stuff. Maybe that's the right call. I think Renegade's probably the pick. I don't love it. I like Bug and I like Helix, but I'm just not happy with this pack. This pack is not phenomenal. I just have to assume we're going to get artifacts later. I can't first pick a Bug over an Aether Torch Renegade. I mean, Aether Torch Renegade makes, so many of our cards much, much better. Ooh. Well, we did it. We got the Pia. Again, a Thriving Rhino, Hunt the Weak, Attune with Aether, Imperial Voyager pack. So, pretty good pack for the green drafter, but I imagine this green is going to dry up in a moment like it did in pack 1. Hopefully we still get some red and black. That last pack, we could wheel something out of it. Maybe we wheel a Pyrohelix, and we would probably play it in this deck because we only have a Welding Sparks right now, but there's nothing to wheel out of this pack. We're not happy with the Gremlins. We're not happy with a Fortuitous Find. We're not playing a Mastodon or anything like that just for the artifact synergy. So we're just going to take a PNLR here. It's great in any deck. I mean, it's 3 power for 3 mana with abilities, so that's phenomenal. But the fact that one of those power is flying is absurd, and the fact that it's 2 creatures is great in, obviously, like, a lot of the Inspired Charge decks, and also the fact that that 1 power happens to be an artifact is phenomenal for Dund Operative and Foundry Screecher and Welding Sparks, etc., etc. So, really powerful, great card in draft. Definitely first pickable too, but that doesn't really matter here. We're just going to take a Pia, and we immediately get a Harness Lightning. Whew. Well, subpar pack 1. Pretty average pack number 2, right? PNLR's good, but not fantastic. Above average pack 3. I mean pick 3. I mean pick 1, pick 2, pick 3 of pack 3. But above average pick 3, you don't really usually expect Harness Lightning to go this late. 3, like, this might be the best uncommon run. I've seen this a few times over my 80 or so drafts, and this is, I mean, the common runs you see a lot of, right? They're very common, but the uncommon runs, you don't normally see the same run twice unless you're either lucky, unlucky, however you decipher it, or you draft a lot. And this is a very good uncommon run. So obviously a rare is missing. I wonder what the common is missing. Maybe it's a foil, but this uncommon run is absurd. 3 first pick tier uncommons. But we are happy to have a Harnessed Lightning in this deck. Wow, now we get a Bomat Courier, a Diang, or a Pyreolix. Skywheeler Shot's absurd as well. Jeez. Well, this is getting good. Hope you stayed for the good part, because this is the good part. Is a Bomat Courier worth it? I mean, if Bomat Courier is going to be good in a deck, it's going to be good in the 3 Built to Smash Need an Artifact deck. That's just the truth. If it's going to be good in a deck, it's going to be good in this one. However, Diang is also just a very solid removal spell when you have 2 rats, 2 grubs, a lightning, and a renegade. It's just solid. But Bomat Courier does give us that 3rd artifact for the 2 operatives and the Screecher, so maybe that's actually better. It's one of these 2. I don't think it's Helix. I think Diang's just more consistently good, then I'm going to take it. But Courier's also pretty good here. Alright, now we get a Weld Fast Monitor. Gonna take it over Iron Link Steed. So Iron Link Steed is a 3/3 haste, and I guess you can make an extra creature if you need to for Welding Sparks, but the fact that Weld Fast Monitor is only 3 mana and has Menace is huge. I mean, sometimes that Menace just kills people. Speedway Fanatic, obviously a good card. Not great in this deck with no vehicles. Weld Fast Monitor is an artifact, etc., etc. Exactly what we all say about artifacts. Also, being able to give it Menace and then being able to Built to Smash it is just, I mean, it's almost unfair. We are happy to get this Furious Reprisal here. I imagine at least one of these Built to Smashes coming in. Wow, another Built to Smash, another Done Operative, and another Spontaneous Artist. We're not playing 3 Built to Smashes probably, but we could play 2, and we're probably... Is Done Operative better than some of our 2-drops? It might be better than Thriving Rats if it's just a 3/2 consistently. I'm just going to go ahead and take it. This is a deck where you can see a lot of that. I'm also not interested in playing 17 lands in this deck. I mean, it's either 16 or even possibly more. The thing is, with these cards plus the Aether Torch Renegade, maybe I don't want to cut much of that stuff. But I still could play like a Dund Operative and a Built to Smash in this deck. I mean, I could even play a Dund Operative, 2 Built to Smashes, and 15 lands. That's also not out of the question. Another Weld Fast Monitor that we're definitely interested in. How good is it? Is it better than Lawless Broker? Probably. Let's remove a Lawless Broker and enter Weld Fast Monitor. I don't know how good Spontaneous Artist is in this deck. Probably not phenomenal. Great low to the ground, low curve, rock'em, sock'em, black-red aggro deck here. No vehicles, though. That's a little sketchy. No vehicles, no Night Market Lookouts. That's usually what this deck entails. Salivating Gremlins, Star Urans, Errata Express. Well, no reason for Salivating Gremlins. Maybe Errata Express is playable in some, like, weird aggro versus aggro matchup. I don't know, that doesn't sound completely correct, but it could not be wrong, maybe, so that is what we are going to go with. Just the consistency of this deck is absurd now. So we have 6 others. What are our others? Midnight Oil, Furious Reprisal, Diang, Harness Lightning, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is the bad pack. Just gonna take 8 Gremlins. Welding Sparks. Oh, Subtle Strike. Okay. So 16 creatures. Definitely want to get a 17th, and then we'll get the Dund Operative in over the Lawless Broker. Just a 3/2 Death Touch, better than 3/2 put a counter. And then after you get that in, I think we got to get Built to Smash in. It's just so good with the Weld Fast Monitors and stuff. And also I We're playing 16 lands in this deck. See, we could take a Night Market look out here. I just don't think it's good enough in this deck. I just don't think it's good enough. We're just going to take a Spontaneous Artist for the board. Now, the question is do we take out the Spontaneous Artist that we already have in the deck? See, are we playing 16 lands or 15 lands? I think we're playing 15 lands, and I think we're playing another Built to Smash. We're going to take out this Perpetual Timepiece. Yeah, I think this is the deck right here. I don't love playing a Hill Giant, but Hill Giant with haste might be better than Lawless Broker. The issue is that we are playing 15 lands, so maybe we actually want to be able to cast something. We already have one Giant Spectacle if we need it. I'm going to take a Morbid Curiosity. Not often that you want to play that card, but it comes up occasionally. I could see taking out the Spontaneous Artist for a Fire Fortress Puzzle Knot now that we have the 3 Dund Operatives. We're going to have 16 creatures even if we take it out. So it's not like we're going to be short on creatures. I could definitely see that happening. We also have a... Do we do that? Do we do Fire Forgers or Metal Spinners? Metal Spinners is just kind of cycling. Or just run this. We're going to have extra mana to pay for stuff, but it's not like we have... See, Spontaneous Artist is great when you get to play like Spontaneous Artist, and then you get to play like Pima Outrider, attack, and then maybe later in the game you get to play like an Arbor Backstomper and attack, or a Wisp Weaver Angel and attack, but we're not really getting to do that. We're just playing like Dund Operative, attack, and I don't know how good that is. It's just kind of a 3/3 haste. Maybe Fire Fortress Puzzle Knot is better, actually. Yeah, alright. Low to the ground, 15 land aggro deck. Not the most exciting deck. I'm sorry I don't draft enough control decks. I know that's already going to be in the comments, but this is just what came to me. If you like this video, like it, subscribe if you're not already subbed or something. Just let me know how you feel about this deck, what you would have done differently. Also, for those stipulation drafts for the next 3 weeks, let me know in the comments section down below. Glad to be here. See you for round 1. Meet me there.